Friends, welcome to Maasai Mara. This here is perhaps the best place in the world to come face to face with wild and big animals.
Lion! 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 Lion!
This park is renowned for its high density of big cats. It is home to 5 most iconic African mammals. And right here, each year one of nature's biggest migrations takes place. But there's one more thing that's big about this place. And it's the entry price. It's literally one of the most expensive national reserves in the world. And so in this video, we want to take you on a tour of Mara. We will share the most useful tips so that you could avoid the mistakes most visitors make here. And of course, we'll also let you know if it's actually worth it to visit Maasai Mara. But just like everybody else who comes here, our journey also started from the capital city of Kenya, Nairobi. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. We are in Nairobi, and any minute now there should be a big 4x4 car picking us up.
Also, rainy season started last night, which is not great.
Yes, it's quite wet everywhere. As the car pulled up, we met the people who were going to be part of our team for the next 3 days. Good morning, sir.
How are you? I'm Joseph.
Joseph, me as well.
You're Joseph?
Yes. Joseph was our driver, a local man who has lived his whole life next to Maasai Mara. So I just asked our driver how many cows does he have. He said not many, more than 100. His knowledge of the land and the abilities to spot animals were simply incredible. Joseph, you can't believe how happy you made me. And then we had Damon. Who's that guy? Who's that? Liisu, have we seen him before?
No, that's a stranger, man.
No, I feel like I've seen him before. Some of you might remember Damon from our videos in Nepal and Oman. But long story short, he's a friend from Canada whose resilience and positive attitude towards life is hard to match.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Extra drugs for motion sickness?
No, I'll take this one. You know what? Maybe let's
very
get
cheap.
some just in case.
So after the brief introductions, we started our hours-long journey towards the nature reserve. However, not before long, we found ourselves deeply worried.
Joe, what do you think about the rain?
Looks wet.
That was not the answer I wanted. I wanted you to explain how rain is not going to ruin our day and stuff. We are stronger than that.
I'd rather it be sunny. I want my money back.
Yeah, seeing it pour down made us feel quite uneasy, because who would like to pay $880 for a 3-day tour in heavy rain? Thank you, sir.
You need to put up.
With every kilometer forward, towns and villages grew more scarce. That was one family's cows. We're just driving deeper and deeper into Maasai land. I think we're like 20-30 kilometers away from Mara Gate, and yeah, there's less and less buildings. There's more and more trees, more and more the grassland. And then, nearly 5 hours later, we reached our first destination.
How does it feel to be in the Masai Mara?
I think I'm a little more excited than Damon. It was another 50 kilometers from the front gate to our accommodation. And the reason we decided to stay within the reserve was simple. In the mornings, there can be hours-long waiting line at the front gate.
Do you hear that? If you're not staying inside the park, you sometimes can wait 3 hours at the gate.
And so staying inside gave us access to the areas with less people and few extra hours each day to see the animals.
How do the roads feel?
What roads? What roads?
We're on a road.
Is there roads? Well, the ride was clearly rough and bumpy.
Well, for me, they feel like somebody's knocking on restricted areas.
But not before long, we made our first stop.
It's game time for Joe. Joe.
Wow!
Joe.
Wow. There was 2 giraffes just next to us. Tall and beautiful.
It's gonna be Damon's first giraffe.
But before long, Joseph again started up the car. We were confused, but he just told us to trust him.
We're going off-road.
Whoa!
And for the first time, we started to realize how important it was to have a good driver with lots of connections.
So, our driver Joseph heard something on the radio. We're literally in the middle of nowhere, and he said it's a surprise.
Lions! Mate, lions! Lions!
Lions! No way!
2 young males in the middle of the field. A sight I had been dreaming about ever since I was a kid. However, you can probably understand my confusion when once again we started driving.
Hold tight. Okay, boss.
Well, turns out that lions were not actually the reason why we were here. They were just a small bonus.
I can't believe what we've seen. We've been in the park for 1 hour. We started with 2 giraffes, then 2 lions, and now 2 cheetahs. People spend days, weeks here hunting for those pictures, for those animals.
Seeing cheetahs hunting such big prey is quite rare, and witnessing it up close felt like winning the lottery.
Unreal, and they're so beautiful.
We were so close that we could hear their jaws clutching while trying to rip through the skin of the toppy antelope. And suddenly, while sitting there, I remembered a conversation that we had few days before with a Maasai friend of ours.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course. My favorite animal is a cheetah.
Cheetah. Why do you love them most?
He's a very good and very hardworking animal. He never gave up. He never wastes time.
Yeah.
You know, wasting time is very, very bad. You waste a lot of resources. And an animal that is depending on himself.
Yeah.
He never depending on anything.
Yeah.
Each and every word that he told us now made sense.
I can't believe that we've been here barely an hour.
So you guys were very lucky
We're extremely
Very
cheetah
lucky.
with a kill.
Yeah.
These cats were absolutely amazing. Dopamine rushed through our brains, and after saying thank you to the rangers that informed us, we were again on the road.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm much better than okay.
Maasai Mara really wasn't the place where I expected to see speed cameras, but truth be told, they were quite useless. Because before we could gain some real speed, we again needed to come to a complete stop.
Guys, this is not real. This is just not real. There's a spotted hyena just there. 12 meters away from us.
The first few hours in the reserve had been better than we could have ever imagined.
Joseph, you can't believe how happy you made me. It's freaking amazing.
A 50-kilometer drive that should have taken us an hour took more than 4, as every 5 or 10 minutes we had another reason to stop.
Let's play a game. Rock or elephant?
I think it's an elephant.
I think it's an elephant.
Yeah, let's see it.
Just to make it interesting, I'm gonna go over the rock.
It might be next to that rock, though.
Well, I clearly lost the game.
There it is.
That's grass. Yeah, that's an elephant.
But even being able to play the famous rock or an elephant felt like a true privilege all by itself. By the time we made it to the other end of the park, we realized that the rain we had been so afraid of was actually a blessing in disguise. You see, on hot days, most animals try to hide from the sun. But with a little rain and overcast, They were all out and active. And as we understood it, we were truly grateful for being here on the shoulder season. At times it even felt like we were here alone, as there was less people and even more animals. Yet little did we know that all of this was just a small appetizer compared to what was waiting for us on the following day. The Serena Lodge that we were staying in was a true blessing. It was situated on top of a hill overlooking the plains of Maasai Mara.
Those things, those bumps, herd of elephants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 elephants.
And even the warm welcome was hard to match.
Cashew land.
Oh, we got towels too? No, give it back to you all brown now.
The place was built in a unique style, with walls painted in bright colors and its halls decorated with tribal art.
All the houses here, they look pretty much the same. Outside they seem just like brown random little boxes, but inside they're so beautiful.
And wildlife was part of this place.
Hello, friend.
Our booking here was made for 2 nights, and we really could not have hoped for a better place to
We're seeing
stay.
elephants from our hotel room. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I guess the only bad thing was that our room got broken into.
There was just a big baboon in the middle of our room who stole our cashew nuts. They know exactly what's going on.
There was a guy at the door that said, "Don't leave it open," because he just lost all of his stuff. And I looked back and he was in the middle of the room, like not here. He was in the middle of the room, so quiet. And then when I looked back, he was already gone with all of the sweet stuff.
Just got outsmarted by a monkey.
After a delicious dinner, we went to bed early, where sounds of nature slowly put us to sleep.
Second morning, 7 o'clock.
Breakfast eaten, coffee's drinking.
We're heading out there again.
Yet this time around, we were in full safari mode.
Guys, you see what's happening? Oh yes!
As we were already in the middle of Mara Reserve, it didn't take long to start seeing animals around us.
We're out of here, what, 34 seconds?
And we have our first beautiful elephant.
The whole second day was planned as a marathon game drive. We had more than 10 hours to venture through the whole park. And one after another, we started spotting animals we had never seen before.
We got a flock of ostriches and topies next to each other. Not gonna lie, it's a little weird to see chickens my size.
Then we saw a pride of lions in the distance, chased away by a huge hippo.
Probably not gonna be a good picture of this.
Well, and since the lions were quite far and hard to see, it felt almost like destiny.
Lion!
Lion, lion, lion!
To see a couple of lionesses appearing out of nowhere next to our vehicle.
This is absolutely crazy. 2 lions there, 1 lion there.
And to top it off, we found 2 males that were even closer, sleeping right next to us behind the bush.
If you want to know how close they really are,
They're so super close. We simply could not believe our luck.
There's more than 100 just staring at us.
Behind every corner, there was something new and interesting. At times, it was a herd of buffalo, staring us down,
they look angry.
making sure we know who's the boss. Then there was a joint group of gazelles and antelopes, filling up both sides of the road.
Hundreds upon hundreds. Wow!
And not before long, there was a rogue elephant, even bigger than they seem on TV. We felt like kids in a candy store, taking pictures of everything we saw. And although I had seen at least 10 different nature documentaries about this place, then never in my wildest dreams did I expect the wildlife to be so plentiful and easy to find. Once more we managed to find a group of cheetahs basking in the sun. This time there were 3. Such groups are often made of 2 to 5 brothers. Staying together increases their chances for hunting, and they are called coalitions. The animals here were so used to our vehicles that we felt like invisible observers. We could drive next to them without them running.
One thing I never understood from the nature documentaries is how close those animals are.
And it was almost like our car was flying through the flat landscapes. By noon, we arrived at the famous Mara River. Every year during the Great Migration, nearly 2 million wildebeest cross this river. Yet for us, it was the first time that we were allowed to go outside of the car.
So we just jumped out of a car, and we're gonna go a little walk around with Nicholas. It's an interesting feeling, walking here knowing that 1 kilometer away we saw lions.
And not before long, we met Africa's most dangerous mammal.
Behind me is 3 hippos, and I like that they are far away. Hippos are the most dangerous animal, except for the mosquitoes here.
Compared to lions, who kill around 20 to 30 people each year, hippos are responsible of over 500 yearly deaths.
Joe, say something nice about the hippos.
Hippos,
Yeah.
they look cute, but they're dangerous.
The nice thing I said was that they are far away.
Well, and right after seeing them, we headed into the bush, following their trails.
This is a hippo duck.
Oh, nice.
This is the mark territories.
It really felt like a stupid thing to do.
It's a strange feeling, we're like deep in hippo territory. You can see the tracks, you can see big trails through the bushes. It really does look like an excavator has tried to climb out of the river.
But with Nicholas leading the way, we kept on pushing on.
I'm more afraid of them than lions. I truly am at this point. Snakes, lions, hippo.
In just few minutes, the dangers of this river started becoming obvious.
The crocodiles really blend into the landscape, like you really couldn't see them if we were walking on a riverbank. Just like a rock.
Hardly noticeable with naked eye, death was waiting on the riverbanks.
It's coming towards us. It's coming towards us.
Is this crocodile thinking that he's gonna get the meal?
There's something thrilling about walking in such a place. It forces you to stay in the moment. Adrenaline rushing through your heart. Yet seeing the crocodiles approach us was a good reminder that out here, just one wrong step can mean the difference between life and death.
Say something nice about the crocodile.
They're extremely good at sunbathing.
The boys with their big knobs.
Big what?
Knobs?
In such harsh environments, most animals tend to stick together for safety. And seeing hippos doing that looked absolutely mental. There must have been at least 100, one next to the other, filling the riverbanks.
There is a big 10 cow sized hippo climbing out of the water. Can you see? The tiny one is doing ah!
Yeah,
You saw the tiny one doing ah!
filmed it.
And while feeling the urge to cuddle the cute baby ones, I suddenly realized why they are so dangerous. They might look innocent, but deep down, they are territorial, aggressive and unpredictable. Oh, and for such small side adventures, it is smart to carry a little bit of cash, as the park rangers expect a small appreciation after keeping us safe during this journey. The next couple of hours we spent in quite a strange way. You see, we were waiting next to a tree, but not just any tree, but a tree with a dead gazelle on it.
A leopard has left half a Thompson gazelle on top of a tree. So all the cars are around here waiting to see if he's gonna go and claim it again.
And I'm not gonna lie, waiting for him to return made us feel like police officers, waiting for a suspect to return to the scene of the crime. Well, and here's the reason why they always bring coffee to a stakeout. Sadly, seeing a leopard just was not in the cards for us that day. But I wouldn't say that we were disappointed, because thanks to Joseph, this night turned out to be one of the most memorable of our whole lives.
Well, would you look at that?
It began by running into a bride of lions, who were feasting on a fresh kill. There were so many of them. 3 males, several lionesses, and at least 6 cubs, all of them taking part of a literal feast.
I might as well get the unhappiest guy of this whole festival as well.
He's getting ripped off.
You mean the vulture?
Yeah, he's getting ripped off.
One by one they finished eating and looked like literal balloons.
I just find it extremely funny how they're all in a food coma. Like they stand up, do like 10 steps and then go
All down.
Somehow all of this reminded me of my own family on Christmas Day. You know, eating so much that you simply cannot stand up, and at the same time being happy about it. Being able to witness this was special. It felt amazing, and our hearts were full of joy. Yet on our way back, something even more incredible happened. All of a sudden, dozens, if not hundreds of elephants appeared on the horizon. Their dark bodies stood out from the yellow grass, and behind them, a storm was brewing.
The boys are preoccupied with the
I'm not
elephants.
I'm not preoccupied.
They are preoccupied.
The setting felt like it was taken out of a movie, like it was made with green screen. And then,
I got no idea why, but the elephants are like lifting their trunks in the air, like
waving them from left to right.
I see trunks lifted.
And deep down we all knew that it was more than just a random movement. Perhaps they were communicating, or simply trying to figure out how far the storm was. Yet for some strange reason, it felt like they were celebrating. Almost like a ceremony, greeting the rains that had finally arrived to end the long and hard dry season. It was magical, and stuck in this feeling, we stayed there for nearly an hour. Waking up on the following day created mixed feelings deep within. We packed our things and once more headed for the car. I remember how before coming here, we talked a lot about if it was actually worth paying so much money just to spend a few days in the nature. We talked about booking a cheaper place to stay. Yet now, 2 days later, I simply couldn't believe that we were already leaving. Not once in the time that we spent here did I even think about money. And choosing to come here really is one of the best decisions we have made in our whole lives. Suddenly our car stopped. It was the same place where the bride had been last night. However, it felt different. In just 12 hours, almost everything had changed. Instead of 15 lions and a freshly killed buffalo, there now were just a few bones and scavengers.
jackal, hyena, vulture. That's Maasai Mara's cleaning crew.
And seeing this almost felt like a metaphor about life itself. Whether we like it or not, the world around us keeps on changing. Yet the only things that are ours to keep forever are of course the memories we make on the way. Friends, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you back on the channel next Thursday in a little bit less than a week. Take care and bye.